Top 10 World Best Hollywood Action Movies. Watching this video featuring clips from the 10 greatest action movies of all time is a great way to get your blood pounding without having to leave the sofa. If you are looking for a time of year to watch a thrilling action movie, there is no better time than the summer. During the 3-month release season for Hollywood's loudest and craziest gun-blazing action flicks, you can nearly be certain to see 3 or 4 action pictures being hyped for premieres, and that's just in theaters. Because of services like as Netflix, it is possible to view some of the action movies that have become the most famous throughout the history of the genre right in the comfort of your own home. With our ranking of the best action movies currently being produced in Hollywood, we have you covered whether you are in the mood for something new or want to board a roller coaster of punches, kicks, and knife fights that you have experienced before. 1. Chaos Walking. Chaos Walking is one of the best action movies to come out of Hollywood. This sci-fi adventure, adapted from the young adult novel series of the same name, is unlike anything else you've seen. The drama takes place in a world where women mysteriously vanish and men's inner monologues are aired live on the radio. Daisy Ridley, playing tough science fiction women, arrives on the planet, and although her emotions are masked, a man, Tom Holland, senses that she is in trouble and decides to help her. Chaos Walking is an American dystopian action thriller directed by Doug Liman and set in the year 2021. Two unlikely companions set out on a perilous trek through the wastelands of an alien planet in an effort to flee a terrifying and confusing society in which everyone can read and hear the minds of everyone else. Viola suffers a fatal crash and finds herself on a planet where all the women have perished and the men can read minds. Eventually, she meets Todd, who rescues her from the clutches of a villainous mayor. 2. Mad Max: Fury Road. Mad Max: Fury Road is another one of Hollywood's greatest films. It is the most recognizable example of its kind and unquestionably the best action movie ever made. This George Miller picture features mind-blowing stunt work, and if you check out the making of footage, you'll see that an incredible amount of practical effects and actual people were used instead of CGI. Fearful of his incredibly brutal, ferocious, and violent background, Mad Max decides that life on the road is his only option. Despite this, he gets swept up in a party that is trying to make their way through the wasteland in a war rig driven by an elite imperator named Furiosa. They're trying to get away from a citadel where Immortal Joe has taken control after stealing something valuable. As the road war escalates, the warlord rallies his entire gang and gives relentless pursuit to the rebels. The compelling plot and powerful acting make it a strong contender for any ranking of the top 10 Hollywood action movies. 3. Godzilla vs. Kong. The cast includes Damian Bichir, Kyle Chandler, Isa Gonzalez, Julian Dennison, Millie Bobby Brown, and Damian Skarsgård, among others. On the list of the best 10 Hollywood action movies, Godzilla and King come in at number 3. In the long line of great Hollywood action flicks, this one is a must-watch. It's a new take on the classic creature feature, with 2 of cinema's most recognizable beasts. Millie Bobby Brown, who previously appeared in Godzilla, King of Monsters, also released in 2019, returns for this one, which is always a positive. Following Godzilla's return and subsequent destruction, King Kong is rescued and the story really begins. In order for humanity to reach Hollow Earth and figure out how to defeat the monstrous king, they will need his backing and assistance. 4. The Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad is another excellent Hollywood action film that made the top 10 list. The film, set to be released in 2021, is based on the DC Comics team of the same name. Invigorated by writer-director James Gunn's one-of-a-kind warped perspective, The Suicide Squad is a comic, speedy comeback that plays to the original material's violent, authoritarian virtues. Bloodsport, Peacemaker, King Shark, Harley Quinn, and others like them are among the most powerful wicked sorcerers in the world that the government has exiled to the hostile island of Corto Maltese, where they will face off against their many enemies. Traveling through the dangerous jungle with advanced weapons and just Colonel Rick Flag on the surface to keep them in line, they embark on a search mission. 5. The Riders of Justice. The Riders of the Justice is among the top 10 best Hollywood action movies. It would suggest that Riders of Justice follows Marcus, a recently launched soldier who is brought back to his hometown. Darkly comedic and vindictive, Riders of Justice has satisfying detail and a dash of savory eccentricity, and it provides more evidence that Mads Mikkelsen can play compelling main characters. According to the trailers for Riders of Justice, the story centers on Marcus, Mads Mikkelsen, a recently discharged soldier who is expected to return home to care for his adolescent daughter after his wife's tragic death in a train accident. When learning that his wife may have been murdered, Marcus sets out on a journey motivated by revenge after a rescuer of the derailed train asserts that foul play was involved. 6. Paper Tigers. Quoc Bao Trans The Paper Tigers kicks off a new generation of martial arts films with just the right amount of throwback appeal thanks to its blend of action, humor, and soul. At their peak, three martial artists were known as the Three Tigers, but now they're in their middle age. However, they must juggle dead-end jobs, paternal responsibilities, and old grudges in order to seek revenge for their murdered teacher. Three former kung fu superstars are now middle-aged slackers on the verge of tearing a hamstring muscle with a single bounce. Bao Tran's directorial debut is this martial arts comedy drama set in the United States. Because of its plot, it is consistently ranked among the best Hollywood action movies. 7. Nobody. Nothing but a good time? Check out Nobody, another one of Hollywood's best action flicks. In its quest to prove Bob Odenkirk has what it takes to be an excellent actor, this incredibly violent drama shatters conventions in terms of technique but whacks, smashes, and devastates many other things along the way. Hutch Mansell isn't prepared to defend himself or his family when two burglars steal into their suburban home one night. In the aftermath of the tragedy, his pent-up rage and fury boil over fast. In the midst of a barrage of punches, gunfire, and screaming tires, Hutch must now concentrate on protecting his family from a dangerous foe while also making sure he is never missed again. 8. Black Widow. Black Widow is one of the best Hollywood action movies, and it's ranked 8th best in the top 10 list. Even though the movie's deep concepts get lost in all the action, Black Widow is nonetheless phenomenally entertaining and exhilarating because to its outstanding cast. The fact that former KGB agent Natasha Romanoff's handler, General Dreykov, is still conscious comes as a shock to her. Trying to elude Taskmaster causes her to confront her troubled past. A disturbing conspiracy with ties to Natasha Romanoff's background surfaces, causing her to confront her own personal demons. As she continues to be pursued by a power that would stop at nothing to bring her down, Natasha must confront her time as a secret spy and the failed relationships she decided to leave in her wake even before she became an Avenger. 9. Infinite. Infinite, a 2021 American film directed by Antoine Fuqua, focuses on action, suspense, and thrills. Put it on your list if you have Paramount+. The protagonist of this film suffers from hallucinations and eventually learns that what he has been calling hallucinations are actually recollections from his many past life. A man haunted by memories of places he's never joins up with a group of resurrected soldiers to stop a psychotic fanatic from halting the cycle of life and death. Evan McCauley is endowed with skills he was never able to master and experiences from places he was never able to visit. A secret group called the Infinites comes to his rescue after he has attempted self-medication and is on the edge of a nervous breakdown, only to discover that his memories are false. Because of its plot, it is consistently ranked among the best Hollywood action movies. 10. Gunpowder Milkshake. In the top 10 Hollywood action movies, Gunpowder Milkshake comes in at number 8. Gunpowder Milkshake is a violent burst that will engage viewers in its neon-infused world, but it comes dangerously near to being an injection of adrenaline with no actual content. Scarlett, Lena Headey, a high society killer, was forced to abandon Sam, Karen Gillan, when she was just 12 years old. Sam was raised by the Firm, a ruthless criminal organization with whom her mother served. Sam, who followed in her footsteps 15 years later, is now a formidable assassin. She uses her skills to begin sanitizing the most dangerous areas of the Firm. She is skilled and committed. But when the ethics of this dangerous industry change, Sam must decide between protecting an 8-year-old child and continuing to work for the Firm. With her mother and her deadly co-workers, the librarians, Sam has just one chance at surviving: Angela Bassett, Michelle Yeoh, and Carla Gugino. These three generations must learn to put their trust in one another, stand up to the firm and its armed band of henchmen, and raise a resounding chorus of complaints against those who would steal from them. That's it. Make sure you press the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching.